Welcome to Storytime with Pastor Steve. Today's story is God's Gift Baby. It's written and based on 1 Samuel chapters 1 and 2. It's written by Lavon Neff and illustrated by Don Kruger. In Egypt, the Israelites forgot their God. They were forced to obey evil men. So God led them out to a promised new land where they promptly forgot him again. God looked at his people, and what did he see? Drunken priests taking naps in the street, rich robbers in search of more money to steal, cruel husbands of more wives to beat. The old high priest Eli, God's ruler on earth, sat and pondered and grew tired and gray, while in front of the people his sons broke God's law in every conceivable way. I must speak to my people, God said. I must warn them to listen my words again. But all of the servants that God had ordained, if not wicked, were tired old men. In the midst of the gloom and the godless decay lived Elkanah and Hannah, his wife. They loved God and each other, but Hannah was sad. No child came to brighten their life. Elkanah went up to the temple each year to give offerings, to feast, and to pray. And every year Hannah would stay in the court of the women and to herself say, "This year I am alone, but I do love my God, and I come in his presence with joy. Perhaps by next year he will grant me my wish and will send me my own baby boy." Each year, like the last, Hannah fervently prayed and grew older and multiplied fears that she'd die with no children, a woman despised, until one day she let loose the tears. That she'd locked in her heart, and she fell to the ground where she wailed and sobbed out her woe. She didn't know Eli was watching her prayer. She was startled to hear him say, "Go and clean yourself up, woman. We have enough to do around here without you, drunken woman who ought to be home with her kids." "Oh, sir," cried Hannah, I too am a lover of God, and I'm not at all drunk. But the priest Eli, my soul is on fire. One thing I ask God for, one thing I must have, and God has withheld my desire. Kind Eli, now seeing the tears on her cheeks, the worry lines deep in her face, said, "May the Lord give you whatever you want. May he make you rejoice in his grace." Elkanah and Hannah went home full of peace. No longer was Hannah forlorn. She sang lullabies and collected small clothes and prepared for her son to be born. In less than a year after Hannah's sad prayer, Elkanah had something to tell. "A son has been born to Hannah and me. He's God's gift, and his name is Samuel." "God's gift," whispered Hannah, her heart filled with joy. "But Samuel isn't my own. I can't do with him whatever I please. This baby is really God's loan." Elkanah went up to the temple that year, and the next, but his wife stayed at home with her baby. I just have a few years to get Samuel ready for life. Hannah said to her husband, but in the 4th year, when Samuel had just turned 3, Hannah said, "It's time for my gift son to go serve the giver who gave him to me." "This is my son," Hannah said to Eli. "God lent him to me for 3 years. Now I give him to you to the temple to God." Hannah struggled to keep back her tears. "I will see you again. I will make all your clothes. I will visit you yearly at least. Just remember my boy. If you can, so can I. You're not mine. You are God's little priest." And God smiled at those 3, mother, son, and old man. "Here," he said, "is the one who will tell all my wandering children to come home again, little prophet, the boy Samuel." God can solve so many problems as he answers our prayers. My hope is that we all start going to God daily with our prayers, really begging God and talking to God about the things we've done wrong and the dreams and hopes that we have. And my prayer is that we allow God to lead us into new places, to do new things, to share his love, and to be brave and be willing to give back to God what was God's to begin with. May God bless you today and every day.